Yes! Let's go, man! Multi-million-dollar fan films are back, baby! Woo! What a time to be alive. So Alien Romulus is the latest installment into the Alien franchise. The film is directed by Fede Alvarez and it stars Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, and Isabella Merced. Space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe while scavenging the deep ends of an abandoned space station. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can all agree that the Alien franchise is one of the most beloved and most recognized franchises in all of American pop culture. And after the last two Alien movies that we got, this franchise needed a comeback. Prometheus and Alien Covenant have their moments, but I feel like those movies didn't really capture me as much as Aliens 1 and 2. You know what I mean? They're not terrible movies, but I don't find them as memorable. The last Alien movie that came out was in... Wait, when did this shit come out? May of 2017. Brother, I was a minor at the time. I was a senior in high school. That is crazy. And here we are now with Alien Romulus, and I gotta tell y'all, we might be back. 30 minutes into this movie, and the first thing that I noticed was the production. Everything about this production was just flat out incredible. I saw some behind the scenes footage of how a lot of these sets were practical, and I gotta give love to that. The usage of the practical sets made everything feel so alive and detailed, and I gotta give love to the production team on these practical sets because my God, it is just incredible. Every single set piece in this movie really made you feel like you were a part of this world. If you had told me that was an actual place on planet Earth, I would have believed you. You see that, Disney Marvel? Not everything has to be CGI. Not everything needs a green screen or a blue screen. Just hire some actual fucking people. You've got the funds, man. What are we doing? But not only are the set pieces phenomenal, the use of animatronics for the xenomorphs... Now, I am sure y'all have seen that video of the production team testing out the animatronics for the xenomorphs. This is the most terrifying yet most visually appealing the xenomorphs have ever looked. All practical. They may have used a little bit of CGI for them to pull off certain moves and stunts, but for the most part, all of that was practical. Even the face huggers looked more terrifying in this movie. Imagine being the late night security guard watching over the animatronics. Overall, fantastic production and amazing use of practical effects. Alien Romulus is the most visually breathtaking film I have seen since Dune 2. When they're traveling to the abandoned space station and you see the planet with the asteroid belt and the sun in the background, that shit looks like a 4K wallpaper. It just looks cosmic. Yes, they use CGI and the third act, it kind of shows. But from a general perspective and from a cinematography standpoint, chef's kiss. The performances in this movie were all around incredible. The entire cast did a fantastic job. But the biggest standouts to me were Kaylee Spaney and David Johnson. These two represented the heart, the soul, and the willpower in this movie. Kaylee plays the strong, determined, and brave hero, quite similar to Ellen Ripley. And then you have David Johnson, who plays as Andy, who is this android that is essentially Raine's protector, or guardian, if you will. He is a calculated and cautious android, and honestly, had it not been for him, Raine probably would not have made it this far in life. At this point, I think Andy might be one of my favorite characters in this entire franchise. And the chemistry between both Andy and Raine was great. But overall, David Johnson and Kaylee Spaney were great and I really liked their characters. And as expected, this movie has some diabolical tension. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen Don't Breathe or Evil Dead, you know that Fede Alvarez is a master when it comes to tension. There were so many moments where I didn't know what was going to happen next, or I knew it was about to happen, but I didn't want to see it. From the second they entered that abandoned space station to the very end, the tension is through the fucking roof. And I think the music in here really helps a lot with the tension. I don't know how to explain the music, but think of it as classical 80s sci-fi adventure music with fucking dubstep. That is the best way I can describe it. I hope that made sense. And the pacing in this movie was great. I think 2 hours was the perfect runtime. So what I'm learning is that in order to make a good prequel film, have it take place in a timeline during the peak of the franchise. For example, Rogue One took place right before Episode 4. Saw X took place between Saws 1 and 2. And here we are with Alien Romulus taking place between Alien and Aliens. And you know what? I'm not mad at it. Keep in mind, this movie has a plethora of great things going on for it. But there are a couple of things that I kind of did question, or I feel like other people are really going to either hate it or love it. The third act, the last 20 minutes. Some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it. For me, I enjoyed it, but it was kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, bro. Like, look, I'm not mad at what you're doing. I see what you're doing, but okay, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's something like that. If you don't like chaotic and wacky third acts, you're probably not gonna like the last 20 minutes, but I will leave that up to the audience. And one last thing, without spoiling anything, this movie brings back a character from a previous Alien film, and knowing that the actor has passed away in real life and seeing him right here, right now, in 100% CGI, it gave off Christopher Reeves from The Flash vibes. But in the end, y'all, Alien Romulus is the film that this franchise desperately needed. Simple, claustrophobic horror film that goes back to its roots. And that is good enough for me. So plugging Alien Romulus into the rank system. I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for Alien Romulus. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about Alien Romulus. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Where would you rank this film in the franchise? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next one.